Michelle Miller from CBS Saturday Morning. Welcome to The Dish. We're off to the Lone Star State, where 4 restaurants in Houston are making waves with their flavors inspired by Southern and Southeast Asian fare. We meet a powerhouse chef and restaurateur who's opened multiple restaurants in the 5 years he's lived in Texas. Then we will meet a chef who went on a 100-day journey through all 29 Indian states to perfect the recipes he serves at his stateside restaurant. But we begin at a restaurant taking a spin on Southern comfort dishes. Max Bozeman opened the Greasy Spoon back in 2020, but not long after opening, he was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. His family ran the restaurant while he was receiving treatment. Well, after beating the disease, he returned to the kitchen and continues to serve up some delicious soul food. Bozeman sat down with Janet Shamlian.
To see Max Bozeman now, owning the kitchen and dashing through the dining room.
Here you are, ma'am.
You'd never know how different life was for him a few years ago.
Delicious.
When he opened the Greasy Spoon Soul Food Bistro in early 2020, he didn't expect the restaurant business to be easy.
So mashed potatoes.
And he didn't anticipate devastating news months after its launch.
You had a life-changing diagnosis.
Right after I opened the restaurant, COVID hit. We did great in the business, but then I ended up getting diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer.
Word of his Southern comfort dishes was spreading quickly.
Oxtails, chopstick, pork chops, blackened catfish, herb roasted chicken.
Amid glowing reviews.
It's soul food for real.
So you're just getting off your feet.
Right.
And then what happened?
I mean, I was frozen, paralyzed, mentally, emotionally. I had to kind of garner that same belief and confidence that I had from an entrepreneur standpoint to now use that to help fight for my life.
With family taking over, the father of 3 started chemotherapy and radiation treatment. Supportive customers kept the place packed.
It was incredible. It gave me something to really strive for.
Bozeman rang the bell in 2021, symbolizing the end of treatment and a new start.
Hold on, let me pour the sauce on first.
Anxious for our take, Bozeman treated us to a smorgasbord.
So this is the soul food stuffed turkey leg.
Many dishes are Southern staples with a twist.
Those are the crawfish, Buddha, and egg rolls.
Sides like mac and cheese, collard greens, and candied yams
Do I need to see a cardiologist tomorrow?
No, just eat in moderation.
are served with a sense of humor.
I'm gonna hand you another spoon because yours looks a little greasy.
So this one's not a greasy spoon.
I was like,
It's not the mac and cheese I made for my kids.
and so we're gonna let that cook.
In the kitchen, I helped make his favorite dish, the Boss Seafood Stack. Starting with scoops of collard greens and rice, it's topped with a fried catfish fillet, which is then topped with a fried lobster tail.
Then you're gonna take the shrimp and you just place those on the plate, make them look pretty.
To finish,
Don't be scared, go ahead.
it's smothered in a crab meat cream sauce. Beyond business, Bozeman wants to help others, which is why it was important for him to talk about his cancer and his symptoms. He noticed blood when he went to the bathroom for a long time before he got help.
And don't be like me because I had those symptoms for 7 or 8 months.
And you ignored it because?
Because I was busy, I was scared to find out what was wrong with me. I felt like other things were more important than me taking care of myself.
Now feeling
good to see
great,
you, man.
he's got a second location and a food truck, but says the biggest thrill remains serving a plate of whatever he's just cooked.
All right, jerk lamb chops, sub mash with mac and greens.
How would you describe overcoming cancer and going on to fulfill this dream?
There's no end goal. It's just a continuous process of being the living proof that you can fight for whatever it is that you desire, and you can be a blessing to others while going through your own burden as well.
Wisdom gleaned from experience and food that's good for the soul.
Perfect.
Up next, we take a seat at another H-Town restaurant creating its own take on Gulf Coast cuisine. Aaron Bludorn started his hospitality career in the kitchen as a dishwasher during high school. He has come a long way since then, opening 4 restaurants in the Houston area. Bludorn worked at Cafe Boulud in New York before moving to Houston in 2019, chasing the vibrant culinary scene that southern city had to offer. Bludorn explains to Janet Shamlian why working in a kitchen gives him instant gratification.
I can just tell from here that needs to be a little bit creamier, huh?
Chef and restaurateur Aaron Bludorn has always loved the spirit and camaraderie of working in a professional kitchen.
I want to make sure that there's cod inside of it.
When you moved to Houston in 2019, what were your first impressions?
I was really excited about the culinary scene that was just growing and being talked about nationally, and the young chefs that were doing amazing things, and the whole chef community was extremely supportive of me being down here, which was, not common.
Before arriving in the culinary capital of the South, Bludorn honed his skills at New York City's famed Cafe Boulud, where he discovered passion for both cooking and a coworker named Victoria.
Had you spent a lot of time in Texas before you moved here?
Before I met my wife, I had never been to Texas, actually. Isn't that wild?
Never.
Never.
When he packed his bags and left for Houston, it wasn't just the city's legendary heat and humidity that hit him. It was also the weight of expectation.
What was it like the first time your wife's family came here to eat?
Well, my father-in-law, it was a little terrifying.
He's a big restaurateur here in Houston.
He is a very big restaurateur here.
The Pappas family, one of the South's leading culinary dynasties, owns 80 restaurants across 8 states. After falling in love with the city's vibrant restaurant scene, he boldly opened Bludorn, his own take on Gulf Coast cuisine. That includes his signature squash blossoms, stuffed with a basil ricotta cream cheese.
And then we will just take it, just dust it with a little bit of flour.
It goes into an egg wash and is then battered with Japanese breadcrumbs.
So we're gonna take these over to the fryer, just drop them right in, let them swim.
How long do they swim?
About 30 seconds to a minute. When they're golden brown, delicious.
It's anything but typical tempura.
Tastes like summer.
Absolutely. Edible flour.
That's it.
Aaron Bludorn grew up in the Pacific Northwest. His first job in high school was as a dishwasher.
Right around that time that Kitchen Confidential came out, Anthony Bourdain's book, and as a young, impressionable, late teenager going out in the world, that inspired me a ton.
After graduation and culinary school, he found a place he felt like he belonged.
What was it about working in a kitchen that just clicked with you?
So working in a kitchen for me really had this ability to lock into something that was creative, that had this ability to have instant gratification after you had finished a dish. You could see someone enjoying it at that moment.
He would get that opportunity again at this table, showing off some of his favorites, including oysters every way.
We have a raw oyster here. We have a fried oyster with sauce grabiche with a little bit of Creole seasoning on top. We have a smoked oyster that's cooked in a smoked butter with a little chili condiment. And then we have a baked oyster that's pretty much a take on a classic Oysters Rockefeller. The world is your oyster, and so is your oyster.
You know what? I'm a raw oyster girl, but that Rockefeller is amazing.
A rich, creamy crawfish risotto was up next.
This was a dish that we created because we have a seafood gumbo on the menu and we make a lot of broth from it. So during crawfish season, this dish will make its way on the menu. It's this sort of convergence of a risotto, but with Gulf Coast flavors.
This entree is a short rib ravioli atop an onion puree that's cooked with the jus of the short rib, then topped with blue cheese and balsamic glazed fig.
Our little take on it down here in Texas is we smoke the short rib rather than braise it. So we'll take the short rib in our smoker and smoke it for 12 hours, just like you would a brisket, and then we take that and we make the filling out of that. There we go.
Oh, perfect.
Next was a cane syrup-coated duck, served on top of a Carolina gold rice with pecans and golden raisins.
Literally every part that I can cook out of the duck, and then we actually take all the fat that we render from the duck as well, and we cook all of our meats in it. So all of our steaks are actually cooked in duck fat.
And to finish the meal, a real showstopper, baked Alaska.
And so what we do is we set it on fire tableside, and Malik's gonna do that right now with a little bit of whiskey. It's a little bit of a show, you know?
Oh, fabulous.
And then, you know, so to keep the flavors going, we have a graham cracker crust on the bottom, and then
Oh,
chocolate.
my goodness.
So it's a s'more.
Give me that now.
One of the things I really take with me is not to take myself too seriously with our food, and remind myself that at the end of the day, guests are here to have fun, and we should let them do it.
Bludorn says he's having fun too, having recently opened Person, his 4th restaurant in 5 years.
You have an underliner for these? Oh, yeah.
Family has always been important to Bludorn. He named his highly acclaimed seafood restaurant Navy Blue after his father.
He was a naval aviator. He flew in Top Gun. His call sign was Blue.
What do you think your dad would think of all this?
I think he would be shocked that I've made it this far with this, but I think at the same time, he wouldn't be surprised.
Aaron Bludorn isn't trying to be something he's not. He may have come to the city where his in-laws carved a culinary path, but this chef is in no one's shadow.
I pinch myself sometimes. I'm so grateful for everything that my career has brought me and what it continues to bring me every day.
Guys, finishing strong is the most important thing we can do.
Houston is also home to a bakery that was named a James Beard Award semifinalist. Run by veteran cook, Cafeteria is taking the Texas city by storm through his baked goods influenced by his Cambodian heritage. He's telling his story through food, one croissant at a time. Once again, here's Janet Shamlian.
Every morning before sunrise, veteran cook unlocks the key to his passion. A bakery, where parchment is the canvas for an artist whose creations like the chocolate and vanilla pan suisse have earned him a coveted James Beard nomination. It's a long way from his first job as a teen in the donut shop of relatives, immigrants who, like his mom and dad, survived Cambodian concentration camps of the 1970s, then fled the country, settling in Houston.
At that time, did you have the cooking bug?
At that time, I was just free labor, so no.
But something about cooking called. Culinary school led to pastry chef jobs across the country before heading back to Houston, opening Cafeteria with his husband, Andreas.
So this is the bake out for tomorrow.
Influenced by both Cambodia and Texas.
Can we talk about size? The size of, the pastries.
Oh yeah, but that's just all air.
It's not all air.
It's just all air. Air and butter, it's fine. Well, it's Texas, so you gotta have Texas-sized croissants.
And that allows for the sweet and savory surprises inside, like this sticky rice and mango Danish, and a French onion Danish with caramelized Gruyere.
Basically, the way I see croissants is like a vessel. Whatever I want to eat, I can put on the croissant.
Okay. And you're a French onion guy?
I'm a French onion guy. I also love carbs on carbs. So like we've done like a fried rice
Man
Danish.
after my own heart.
Exactly.
Carbs on carbs.
There's a ham and cheese croissant with togarashi spice, and his signature dish, a beef faux stuffed kolache with hoisin and sriracha sauces.
Essentially, it's brisket that's stewed with a little bit of star anise, some charred onions, some Thai chilies.
It is
It's not bad, right?
phenomenal.
His customers agree, singing his praises on social media.
I've been coming here for the past 2 years, and they keep getting better. The chef is a creative genius.
It's an eclectic space. Everything comes from secondhand shops. Cook's effort at sustainability. And whatever isn't sold at day's end goes to a nearby nonprofit.
I just feel like that needs to be the new thing in all new restaurants. You need to figure out how you can stop food waste, like period.
While his employees run the front of the restaurant, Cook, true to his name,
We're gonna take our milk and just pour it all.
is most comfortable in the kitchen.
Take that first part and then fold a third halfway and then fold the other. Gorgeous.
This is where he feels the heat and his Cambodian roots.
How does your upbringing inspire what you do here?
I tell my story through food. I tell my experiences through food. And you get like those crazy flavor combinations. And people always say it's like things that they don't think that would work, but they do when they eat it, and that's my story.
Sweetening the Texas bakery scene with every mouth-watering bite. For CBS Mornings,
You know, I'm not really sure that I got the full,
I think you need to try it again.
yeah.
Up next, we visit a Michelin-starred restaurant where the cuisine and atmosphere transport diners to another world. Mayak Instawal has been serving up authentic Indian dishes at his restaurant Musafir since 2020. Before he opened his first U.S. restaurant, Instawal traveled to all 29 states in India so he could bring back the most diverse, authentic recipes. He explained to Janet Shamlian how his menu still reflects the city of Houston.
This doesn't translate on TV, but the smell, right? Right now,
Oh, yes.
even just getting started, it smells amazing.
Yes.
for Chef Mayank Istawal, when it comes to authenticity, there's no substitute for attention to detail.
So turmeric will give a nice yellow color to
Right,
it,
yeah.
that hue you require.
As evidenced by this coriander shrimp appetizer he prepared right in front of us.
Can you overcook shrimp?
Some people do, I don't. I'm very particular about my proteins.
Being particular isn't limited to Chef Istawal's cooking. Just walking into his palatial fine dining restaurant, Musafir in Houston, is like being transported to another world.
How do you not let the surroundings overpower the visual palette here?
So that was always the vision, that the food and the design will sing in harmony.
Istawal was working in Bangalore, India, when a couple from Dubai dined at his restaurant.
What we really liked was that taste and flavor-wise, it was very, very authentic. But at the same time, there was a lot of playfulness in how he plated it. There was a lot of art that went into and thought process that went into how to present it. So kind of elevating Indian cuisine. And my husband loves to use the word making Indian food sexy.
Mittu Malik and her husband offered Istawal something he hadn't considered, having never set foot on U.S. soil: the chance to open an Indian restaurant in Houston. But before he agreed to the challenge, Istawal had a condition:
If we have to do this restaurant right, I have to go on a journey.
a 100-day tour of all 29 states in India, so he could bring with him the most authentic cuisine from every region. That trip inspired the restaurant's name. Musafir means traveler in Hindi and Urdu.
It was fascinating. Like every 10 kilometers, the water changes, the taste of water changes. People, how they look, it changes. The culture changes, this. It's so diverse, India itself, right?
Musafir was years in the planning. Everything was made in India and shipped to Houston, 16 containers full. From the room of mirrors to the sparkling bar.
We really wanted it to be an experience for people who visit. And we also wanted people who don't plan to or who never will visit India, we really wanted them to get a taste of what it's like to be in India.
It was a bit of a rough start for Musafir, closing due to COVID within a month of opening. But it's rebounded to appreciative Houston crowds. And the city, Chef Istawal says, is reflected in the menu.
To be authentic, you have to be sustainable first. I cannot cook the same Indian food that is cooked in India because those ingredients that are growing there, they're breathing a different air,
Right.
a different kind of water. So if I'm creating something in Houston, it has to be like Houston. You have to see Houston on a plate. Of course, spices are there, right? But the produce has to be Houston.
Istawal comes from a family of caterers. His upbringing, he says, was focused on food, farm, flora, and fauna. The meals always had a story behind them, as they do today.
It's not only about the five senses. You have to tickle the sixth sense of the diner. And how do you do that? Every single thing that you put on a plate, it has to come with a story, because everything on a plate should make sense.
And that was certainly the case with this elegant spread.
These are our signature dishes on the table today.
We started with a vegetarian appetizer, a lychee ceviche.
We cured the lychee, right? We have some like cilantro, onions, some serranos in there. There's a little kick to it, not too much.
I love the crunch.
You love the crunch, yeah. You hear that sound, right? It just completes the whole experience. You like it?
No, I love it. I love it.
This is a chaat that Chef Istuel learned to make from Indian street vendors, who would often sell out.
The next day in the morning, I have to go at 5:30 to line up.
A combination of milk curd dumplings, sweet yogurt, tamarind, mint, pomegranate, chickpeas, potatoes, and a crispy spiced flatbread.
How do you talk people into a dish when they don't know what the ingredients are? Or, it's sort of a leap of faith, right? For
Exactly.
people who don't.
Yes. I tell them, surrender yourself to the Almighty. I'm kidding.
Tuna masala papad with an ahi tuna and a bit of fresh jalapeno on top. There was also that coriander shrimp with coconut, cilantro, shallots, turmeric, and curry leaves.
I would definitely recommend have it with the bread.
Oh.
These breads are fantastic. We call it the kopra pav,
Wait.
the coconut flavored bread. Yeah, just break a piece.
Yeah, you don't have to ask me twice on bread. Okay.
Tandoori octopus with sour cauliflower macaroons in a purple potato puree.
The potato mash, it is flavored with cumin.
I taste it.
Yeah, and the cilantro seeds, the crushed cilantro seeds.
For the entree, a paneer risala, the cheese homemade daily, with rose petal, brown onion, serrano, cilantro, and garlic naan.
This dish is aromatic. The sauce is heavy,
This is a winter dish, right?
very wintry.
To finish, dessert is called ras malai.
What we do here is we'll add this saffron flavored and pistachio flavored milk
That's so
all
pretty.
around,
Oh, that's beautiful.
right?
Beauty recognized by the Michelin Guide, granting Musaffar a coveted star. You might call it a full circle moment, dating back to when Chef Istuel was newly married.
So when I married my wife, she told me as a gift, win me a star one day. I told her, honey, there is no Michelin Guide in India. What are you saying? She said, I know it's going to happen one day for you. And she left it then.
Your wife asked for a Michelin star.
Yes.
And you gave it to her. Yeah. What's she asking for now?
She's expecting 2, and I'm pretty sure once we win the 2, she wants 3.
For more stories like these and live coverage of breaking news, stream us right here on CBS News 24/7. I'm Michelle Miller. We'll see you next time for another helping of The Dish.